A woman checks into a small roadside motel after a long drive. The motel clerk hands over the key and tells one rule in a casual tone: never look up while passing the lobby mirror. The woman thinks it is a joke or some old superstition, but the clerk does not explain further. The woman walks down the dimly lit hallway to her room, dragging her suitcase behind her. The air smells musty, and the carpet is worn out. She unlocks the door, steps inside, and shuts it behind her. The room is plain and outdated, with a single bed, a wooden dresser, and a small television sitting on the desk. She locks the door, tosses her bag onto the chair, and sits on the edge of the bed, exhausted from the drive. The night outside is quiet, with only the occasional sound of cars passing in the distance. The woman lies down, staring at the ceiling, the motel clerk's strange warning lingering in her mind. She turns on the TV, flipping through static-filled channels before settling on an old movie. Hours pass, and sleep finally takes over. A faint sound wakes her up in the middle of the night. A whisper, a shuffle, something just outside the room. She listens, frozen, but the sound stops. She turns over and closes her eyes again. Morning comes, and she steps outside to get breakfast from a diner down the road. The motel parking lot is empty except for her car and the clerk's. The air is heavy, the sky overcast. She eats quickly, checking her phone. No signal. The Wi-Fi in the motel had not worked either. She heads back, passing through the lobby. The large mirror hangs above the reception desk, reflecting the empty chairs and dusty counter. She keeps her eyes forward, remembering the warning, and walks past without glancing up. Inside the room, she scrolls through old messages on her phone. The screen glitches for a second, then goes dark. Frustrated, she tosses it aside and rests on the bed. Outside, the wind picks up. The sky darkens. Rain begins to fall, tapping against the window. Hours pass, and night arrives again. She steps out to get a soda from the vending machine near the lobby. The hallway is empty. The hum of the old fluorescent lights fills the silence. She walks past the lobby mirror again, eyes fixed ahead. A cold chill creeps up her spine. Her fingers tighten around the soda can. Something feels wrong. Back in the room, she locks the door and pulls the curtains shut. The rain outside intensifies, hitting the glass in steady bursts. The television flickers. The static crackles. The screen distorts. A figure appears for a brief moment, a shadowy outline in the reflection of the motel room mirror. She turns sharply, but the mirror is empty. The television shuts off. Silence fills the room. She grips the remote, heart pounding. The night stretches on, restless and uneasy. The wind howls outside. A tapping sound comes from the bathroom mirror. Slow, rhythmic. She does not move. The air grows heavy. The tapping stops.
Morning light filters through the thin curtains. She sits up, her body tense and exhausted. The room feels colder. The atmosphere different. She decides to leave. The suitcase is packed in minutes. She swings the door open, stepping out into the hallway. The motel is silent. No guests. No sounds. Only the faint hum of the lights. She walks toward the exit, passing the lobby. The clerk is not at the desk. The mirror looms above it, dull and aged. Curiosity stirs in her mind. Just one glance. Just to see. She hesitates, then lifts her eyes. Her reflection is standing still, staring straight ahead, unblinking. A sharp, ice-cold dread spreads through her chest. She lifts a hand, but the reflection does not move. It keeps staring, hollow and expressionless. The door behind the desk creaks open. Footsteps approach. A figure stands in the doorway. The motel clerk watches her with a tired, knowing look. A slow shake of the head. A warning. The woman turns away, rushing toward the exit. She does not look back. The suitcase wheels rattle over the uneven floor. The door swings open. Cold air rushes in. She steps outside, into the dull morning light. The motel looms behind her, silent and waiting. She drives away, the road stretching endlessly ahead. The air inside the car feels strange, unfamiliar. The rearview mirror catches her attention. Her reflection is still staring straight ahead.